Well, hello everyone. It's
Hey,
Tuesday Doodle time, and today I have a special guest, Marlena. You want to say a few words about yourself?
sure. And thanks so much for having me on your show because I think this is really fun. Yes. So I'm a sort of like I am an event designer, community designer, do inclusive tech events, and I'm fostering a couple of communities. One of them is called Let's Sketch Tech, and it's for people who enjoy um, sketching about tech type things just to explain or explore whatever. And we're having our meetup tonight. It's August Art Therapy because
Ooh,
2020.
fun. Right. I mean, we could use art therapy anytime, but especially right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I think of DoodleTogether as an awesome art therapy too. So, and I'm just really excited to be here. So thank you so much for the invite.
Yay, cool. So yeah, I have put the link to the art therapy on the screen, but it's also in the YouTube description, so you can click on it and start frantically type it in. And I'm going to show the actual page a little bit at the end, because usually what happens is at the end, everybody posts their doodle on Twitter, and I would like to wait a little bit because there's a 30-second delay between I say that post it and then other people do it. So I always forget.
Mm.
So it's good to have a little bit extra time so that I don't just like bye and then people are like wait, but my doodle. I will do that at the end. So I usually do this bit in the beginning, which is if you are new to DoodleTogether, welcome. And the way we do it is there is a PDF at the URL at the bit.ly link I'm showing right now, and of course also in the YouTube description. You can either print it out or you can make a grid of your own. The whole thing that is needed is just literally a piece of paper. But the nice thing about the grid is that you have one word per box, and then at the end you can see all your different boxes. So hold on, let me grab my old one because I want to show you how it looks like when it's all done.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh boy.
So this is season one. It sounds like a real show. I just came up with that. It's like, oh, we just finished one piece of paper, so let's call this season one and this season two. So
Wow.
yeah, so I really like it. Really gives me a sense of accomplishment looking at this grid of 30 doodles. So I love the format, and it's so small, so it's like not really stressful. Like, cause sometimes you're just like, oh my god, the blank page. What do I do?
That's
So I really
true.
like this. And I also want to bring this because today the word is snack. And what I want to draw is actually a giraffe, which I drew last season. So I'm going to try to find a different layout because in Chinese, giraffe, we call it 长颈鹿, which literally is long neck deer. So I feel like that's a good thing to draw
That's
for the
pretty
neck,
accurate description of a giraffe.
right? Like lots of neck here and kind of looks like a deer. So yeah, but I'm going to do my normal image search thing and try to come up with something different because I mean I did this once already, so I want something different. It's just chance. Last time I searched for zoo and a giraffe showed up, and this time we'll see. All right, so I'm going to show you my screen so that you can follow along because I feel like that part is very important. A lot of the times people are like, oh, I can't draw. And for me, it's not, it's less about drawing, but more about reverse engineering, like looking at a picture and then figuring out how to put it back together. And also, hold on, how do I spell giraffe? Giraffe. Okay. No, there's too many F's here. I choose what I think will look good when I draw it. So it's the whole process for me is very revealing. Just how things are done. Oh my god, I love this picture of the calf safari, two
That's
giraffes.
beautiful.
Looks really good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna do another search for giraffe, but with a filter on, so that it's just line drawings. Because I can take a photo and simplify it myself, but sometimes it's also nice like when somebody else did it for me already. So I'll do the clip art filter and see if there's something. I like the other one. So, but I may switch back and forth. and like take that layout, but then use a
the baby
clip
giraffe is making me laugh. It's tying out.
Yeah. I've actually drawn this one. I think I did a sketch note, and I had a lot of vertical space left, so I was just like, what can I fit there? And I just put the giraffe, and I'll do a Twitter search and show you at the end, because it was pretty fun. All right, so today's research pretty quick because giraffe is not that difficult to spot. So I'm gonna switch all my camera layouts to make sure that you can see my drawing, and then let's draw. Okay. All right, so this is
I'm gonna tilt my computer so
exactly. Yeah.
Me drawing.
Right. Oh, where did my mouse go? Ah, here. Okay. So,
and since I don't have the paper printed out, I'm gonna do a trick where I take a cup and use this to make a circle that just gives me a constrained spot for the.
Whoa, nice. Yeah. Learn something new every day. Okay. Yeah. So I have now make this. All right. So right now I'm going to switch to showing my screen and my drawing, so you won't see Marlena for a little bit, but she'll be back. All right. So. Right, so now you can see both my drawing and my screen. So let me take the giraffe and do a, oops, sorry, my drawing slipped because at the edge of the screen I have to hold it. So let me just get this giraffe going. Yes, bigger, 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 bigger. Cool. All right. So I'm going to have that layout. I might have less sky, more giraffe because giraffe. So, all right. Let's see. I will have start with the head, because I feel like that kind of give it the whole feel of the animal. And then I'm actually going to just approximately figure out how long I want the neck to be. So something like this. Yeah, and then the leg. Might be too realistic. Oh well, whatever. The other thing that I always tell people is use a pen, no backsies, because that was one of my breakthrough. Because like I keep, thinking that things are not good enough, and using the pencil allow me to erase. I never actually draw anything. I just draw and erase, draw and erase. So I just learned to love whatever I end up drawing, and it worked out. So that's what I've been trying to tell people.
It will be good enough.
Exactly. Yeah. The whole point is keep doing it. Then you can't come up with new ideas each time you have a problem. I always have problems like, oops, this is not big enough. Then I thicken the line and things like that. All right, so this giraffe is a bit off as usual. So I need to make his bum bigger to make it more balanced. So this is one of my tricks. I just thicken the line to get the layout more used to what I like. All right, so I am not very happy with this giraffe. So the second one, I'm going to take a reference that is more already simplified to help me. So maybe this one. Yeah, he looks very sad. He looks like a seahorse. I don't know why it makes me think of that. So let me just take this one, make it bigger. Yeah, so that we'll see how the two styles go together. But the head, I'm just going to use the very similar head because I think that worked pretty well. And then yeah, so there's this curve in the head that I'm missing. That's why it looked a bit weird, the first one. And then the second one is going to be more like this with the two legs closer together instead of walking.
So have you ever seen a giraffe in person?
Yes, I was lucky enough to actually go to a safari in Tanzania.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. And like the first day, it was so funny because our tour guide was like, "Oh, we're just driving to camp for lunch." But like we entered the park and there's giraffes and zebras and all these things, and we're like, "Oh, can we stop and take pictures?" And like he has seen this many, many times. And then of course, he let us do that. But after a while, we realized that they are just everywhere, so no need to freak out quite like that. So all right, so I have 2 giraffes, and then I'm going to add the background. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to decide how much sky and how much grass I want. So I have some grass boundary here, and then I have low-lying bushes, pretty rough shape. Mostly use color to represent that. And then I'm going to add the dry grass color first and then add some texture. So now it's color time. I think the giraffe would use a bit of different yellow. And then so for the spots, we'll have some brown. So layering, I like to gratuitously layer. Just it ends up looking nice. Whatever random. Well, okay, the colors themselves need to be a little bit compatible, but that's what I love about Copic markers. They really make things look like professional, even though yeah, my friend actually call it like cheating almost, because you just buy this, you pay money, and then somehow your art looks better. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I think I'm fine with that.
Try this.
Yeah, I don't consider that cheating really. And I forgot that my my darker yellow, that one is dry, so I need to use this one. So I'm going to just roughly add some yellow, darker and lighter, and then I will use my brown, actually not my Copic, but my broad liner for the spots. But first, let's get those eyes in before I forget. I can't see this giraffe. Oh yeah, I can see 2 eyes of this one. So 2 eyes. All right, and then spot time, which is the fun part because I don't really. Actually, you know what? I think I'm done with the reference almost. So I'm just going to add the spot because the spot I do need the reference because like the tummy of the giraffe is not really spotted, which I will miss if I didn't have my reference. I mean, that's why like. I don't know why we got this idea. At least I got this idea that when we draw, we need to just be creative and just pull it out of your head or something. It's like, no, like real artists use references.
I think it's great to use. I didn't use one today, but I usually use one, and it always makes what I'm drawing better.
Right, and also, you are not actually making like an exact copy because it's your interpretation, it's a reference. So maybe that's what people worry about, that they are plagiarizing, like just stealing someone's work. I mean, if you can like make a perfect copy, wow, I'm impressed. That's not something I even aspire to do. So like these spots. Well, also I'm using a reference photo, so that definitely not going to be photorealistic. So, all right. There's actually a little bit of spot in the tummy. All right, so 2 giraffes. And then I need the giraffe hair. Okay, I think this is too much hair, but oh well, whatever. Okay, cool. Now I think I'm done with my reference. I will switch my view so you can see Marlena as well. Ding.
Oh.
Hello. All right, so then I will color the grass. I'm not sure what color yet. So usually what I do is I pick my 2 Copic and I start with the lighter color and then see if I like it. If I don't, then I put on my darker color to see if that looks better. Yeah, I feel like I need a little bit of green. This is not what I was hoping. So let's add some green. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera, so it's a little bit shaky. Oh yeah, this is better. I'll need to figure out how light this green, well, not light, but more like how brownish. What season is the is it a no, it's not the savanna. I don't know what do you call this kind of terrain, but I think this looks pretty good. But I do want it to still have a little bit of brown shade, so I'll do that.
I went with a different metaphor or like meaning of the word neck. So I have done a champagne bottle,
nice.
like the neck of a
bottleneck.
Bottle.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, I mean it's like a metaphor, but like literally you have the bottleneck, not metaphorically.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I did like something is black, that would be like bottleneck. That would be metaphor, but this is more just for fun.
Right. Yeah,
fun version.
Yeah, I mean that's what I love about this whole Doodle Together exercise. It's like it not just about drawing, it's also kind of having a little bit of interpretation, like how would I represent this concept, which is useful when you want to do other things, like you know, if you're making slides for your talk or things like that. I'm adding some clouds in the sky. Also known as not coloring completely. That's how I add clouds to the sky. More like rough things. So I like to blend these two, light blue and dark blue, but I feel like the boundary is too clear right now, so I'm going to smudge more. All right, yay! I have my giraffe. I think the clouds are decent. Cool. All right, now let me just check my reference a little bit to see if the hoofs needs a darker color. No, I think it's fine. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and post this. So while I do that, I will make Marlena's one the main screen because there's not much to see. Like me mucking with my phone, it's not that interesting.
Sure. So yeah, so I have like I decided to go fancy. Like I can't do anything fancy right now because I'm at home like everyone else and, you know, wearing just leggings all day and t-shirts and everything. But it's fun to think of like going out for like fancy dinner and dancing or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my husband would never go dancing, but hey, it's all fantasy, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm not a going dancing kind of person either, but it sounds like fun.
Yeah,
for people who enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just cropping my giraffes. And I'll post it and also just type out the Chinese because I want to explain how this is why I chose. I mean, you know, they do have a lot of neck, even if you don't pick up the Chinese name, but that's how my inspiration came from. So I would say giraffe is called, and then I'll switch my typing. Again, look.
I think one thing that's really cool about your doodles that I like is how you're doing a whole scene versus like just the object, right? Like
right.
You're putting it in a place.
Yeah, and that evolved. Like as we are doing this doodle together, I noticed that it looks better when it's filling the whole square. So doing a scene is one way of doing it. Adding random background is another one. So I'm going to add my alt text, which is always a challenge because I already put my tweet itself, but the alt text is like a bit different. So I'll put 2 giraffes. I can't spell giraffe for some reason. Giraffes on a grassland with bushes and blue sky in the background. Done. All right, I shall click tweet, and I'm going to look for the previous giraffe. I just realized I drew a lot of giraffes. The previous giraffe I tweeted as a part of my sketch note because I think it was from the same set of pictures that I saw today. So it's like Google image search was pretty steady. So I guess I'll just search for Chucky and giraffe because while I have posted quite a few, I don't think that's that many. Yes, I found it. So.
And I'm gonna post mine.
Sounds good. Here. Okay, cool. All right, I will switch the view so that you can see my screen, so you can enjoy my giraffe from 2017, so 3 years ago. So this is the giraffe that was a part of my sketch note, and yeah, if I go back here to all the giraffe references, this one. So I picked this baby giraffe and I changed the color a little bit. Basically because I finished the sketch note and then there's this not giant, but like this long strip of white space that just make it really imbalanced, especially since I put my handle on the corner already. So I was like, well, I can put something there. And I drew a giraffe and people loved it. People just really enjoyed it. So, and I just realized that you can't see my face, so I should switch my camera. Technology, so many things to take care of. Right, so this is previous giraffe, and of course I have today's giraffe. So let me go ahead and load that, and then there is also season 1 giraffe. Lots of giraffes. I may actually reply to my own tweet just to show the history of giraffes.
Yeah.
All right.
I always like seeing like how people progress with what they do, you know?
For sure. Yeah. All right. So this is today's giraffe with the two. One of them, the first one is my interpretation of the photo. The second one actually is based on a line drawing. I think I managed to make them not too like bizarre next to each other. So cool. All right. Let me click on the hashtag, and of course let me show the banner as well. If you are joining live with us, we would love to see yours, so please share on DoodleTogether. And Janet is on. Hi Janet.
Hey.
Let me see yours. Ew, nice. It's a Brachiosaurus. Makes sense. I actually thought about that. In fact, one of the things I like to do is wear thematic clothes. So I picked a t-shirt with it has a dinosaur, even though the dinosaur has a pretty short neck. Because I thought there are some dinosaurs with long necks. So
yep, absolutely.
I'm glad that, somebody else also had the same idea. Awesome. All right, retweet. Oh, and I can see there's a volcano in the background. I don't know why that really.
I love the volcano.
Yeah. Awesome. Right. Let me just see. Marlena's here. Yay! Oh wow! I love this circle. It just makes it so much more. I don't know. I can't place it. It's like more intentional. Like put it inside a frame. Looks nice.
I actually got that from one of the art therapy exercises I'm doing tonight, where it's like, use a cup to draw a circle just because it makes a smaller space.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a similar idea to this constraint.
Yeah, I think constraints are good. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Constraint actually for me inspires creativity because it gives you a focus, and then your brain just kind of like mull over it until it's like, oh yeah, how about this? Versus if you just like, let's draw. And then it's really hard. There's no starting point. I also love how you took a picture of your pen as well, because they look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yay. I'm learning so much, right? Just like, that's why I think like Doodle together is much more fun than Doodle by yourself.
It's
Which I
true.
I just forget. Like, I forget that I like drawing. You know, like, just like all these other things happening in life. Cool. All right. I'm going to make sure that I refresh a little bit so that I don't miss any doodle. So that's these 3, which I think, because I can see the count of how many people are watching live. I think that's just me and you and Janice at this point. But let's give it a little bit more time by showing the page for the event tonight. All right. So let's see. Maybe I'm trying to read and talk at the same time, which is not easy. So okay, so it sounds like there will be a few art therapy exercises, and one of the one that you're doing is with the circle, right?
Yeah, and
Cool.
it's mainly just thinking about things that bring you peace and sort of sitting with that. It's going to be pretty relaxing. It's all of the sharing is opt-in. You don't necessarily have to share what you draw.
Right.
But it is more fun to doodle together. So
yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you'll come back as a guest, because this has been really nice.
I would love to.
Yay. Awesome.
Just let me know.
Yay. Cool. All right. Well, take care, everyone, and let's doodle together soon. Bye.